to the sacred grounds of Compton and started out the show because she needs to feel the energy. We know what time that is. Jada Pinkett is a part of that. But this was the craziest television broadcast that I've seen ever. And for the first time in my life, I did watch the Oscars from start to finish because of the rainbow. It was a lot of color there. Some color didn't match skin, but it was a lot of color there. It looked really inclusive. This is why in the beginning, when they were giving these awards, it's like whites was not represented. And it's like we can't work together because it clearly looks like we took over their show and made it into some hip hop source award type. I'm serious. Like some hip hop, BET award, but one plus, at least Megan Thee Stallion didn't show her ass. She looked real classy. And I believe she performed a song that was actually in one of the automated movies that actually won an award that I didn't see. But what's the big picture? And this is where, in my mind, that I really start looking, to the future of like, what's the reactive and the proactive, like what moves are going to be made. So we have to really pay attention. Now, if the Oscars don't do anything, because if Kanye West went up there and socked Jay-Z or slapped Jay-Z and vice versa, I'm sure they would punish either of the two. But what is the punishment for their dear beloved? This is one of their own. Will Smith is not a black man. He's an African-American actor. He belongs to them. They own him, literally. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, no man will stay with his wife after, she shows what she's all about. And if she having sex with your son's friends, I could just imagine the security officers, the bodyguards, and things of that nature. But a tasteful joke motivated Will Smith to get up on stage and slap Chris Rock with a steady hand. And I'm going to just say this, nobody wins in this situation. Because if you think that just opened the door for more opportunities, no, that just closed the door and showed them that if they give us some type of power or some type of freedom to do what we choose to do, this is what we do. And the example was not that they trusted some ignorant person that was not a part of their operation. Will Smith is one of their own. He belongs to them. So this is why I'm saying this might not come of anything. I would be shocked if they take his Oscar back because of the code of conduct. I would be shocked if anything happens because I'm already starting to see women defend the action. If you had a 5-year-old child or a 4.5-year-old child and you was at a preschool graduation and your son went up on stage and slapped a child, this is who you are as a person. You either the one who motivated, go up there and slap him. And then you call him, Junior slapped the shit out that boy. I told him, you either like that or you saying, I am so embarrassed that I'm raising a child that has no self-control. So that means my child is a reflection of me. So that's what that was, that energy, because you can't go from busting up laughing because it was a very funny and tasteful joke about your wife's hairstyle in a movie that she already played in. You bust up laughing. But the disgust on her face, you looked at her and said, you messing with my mama. And you went up there and protected her like that was your mama, not your woman. Because women, you guys could fight battles. Jada Pinkett could have said something. Okay, really, Chris? Really? She could have said something. She didn't have to send her grown-ass child up there to slap you. And then to see women putting out tweets and then redact them because you guys really don't understand. It's not about you. and how you feel. Look at the big picture. That's a slap in the face for not only Hollywood, but anybody that wanted to, follow in those footsteps. Yo, you better call Netflix today, because you ain't finna get no Hollywood nothing. Because if Will Smith can't control his anger, then none of us can. But that was the craziest thing ever. And to win an Oscar, and you talking about being violent. And like he said, Will Smith said that, Denzel said, the devil comes for you when you're at the top. And that was a situation where the devil actually won. Because I'm sure the devil is laughing right now. God's going to prevail because all things have purpose. But we want to see now, Will Smith, you got your money. Are you going to get you a studio and start producing movies or anything like that? Or are you going to go ahead and sign another deal, with your brethren and keep the party going? And we probably know that it's going to be the latter. But man, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. So if you just woke up and you just saw that on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, just imagine seeing it live and sitting there stunned, not knowing if that was a joke or not, and coming to find out that it was real, and to watch how professional Chris Rock was to continue on and how the energy completely changed in that room. So we're going to see what the aftermath would be, because there is a code of ethics with Oscars. Maybe they'll take his award, but he already won it. It's kind of like taking Reggie Bush's Heisman away. You can't take back the performances, but you could just take that meaningless piece of metal that could be replicated. So with that being said, man, y'all have a good day. And we're going to follow up with this story with Will Smith and find out and just keep you engaged with the aftermath. And tomorrow we're going to be back to our normal scheduled political show, talking about what Biden has done or what he didn't do or what he said and that he's trying to recant and bring back. Because while they're destroying America, just think about it. Anytime that you destroy something, something is birthed. So regime change, nation build, these are terms you're going to be hearing politically, but the people, we see the spectacles, we see the product, but what produced that product is what we got to get to, because what we're looking at and what we're seeing is in real time, God is forcing us to make decisions on what we do moving forward. Because why would any actor follow behind Will Smith with all the pressures and stuff that he has to go through or had to go through? And these are communications that people need to have. That's why when I say, when people tell me, man, you need to do what so-and-so doing, you need to listen. Nobody follows in nobody's footsteps. The steps of a righteous man is ordered by the Lord. Okay. And there's no other way to even speak on it. So what's for you is for you. There will never be another Will Smith, because you do not know. And I don't think you are willing to do or go through what that man sacrificed to get to where he's at in his life. That's his life. But we do know the pressures will have you out there on something, so I know the liberals are going to rally behind him. I'm already seeing, him partying with hundreds of women at the after party, his wife smiling, everybody having a good time. But it's not about flesh and blood, powers and principalities. And basically what we saw was a factual situation. And we're going to see that all black men are not created equal, because Kanye West couldn't even go to the show. So now we're going to see what limitations, if any, they're going to put on Will Smith. But that's our time. We had to talk about it. I saw it live in plain sight on the television, live in plain sight on TV. But, it is what it is. With that being said, A Better Black America, the #1 urban podcast, stateside and worldwide. Be back at you tomorrow. Peace out.